Happy Sunday. In a minute, I'll get to why you're looking at Burt Reynolds standing next to a few of his Trans Ams. And there are countless pictures on here of Burt Reynolds with his Trans Ams, along with many other Trans Ams. And by the way, what many people don't realize, funny story to this. After Burt Reynolds made the movie Smokey and the Bandit that, put the Trans Am on the face of the map, became the hardest selling car for 78 and 79 as well. As a thank you, the head of Pontiac gave Burt Reynolds a free Trans Am every new model year. So for a few years, every year, Burt Reynolds had a brand new black Trans Am delivered to him. Then one year comes along, and no Trans Am arrives. He calls GM, calls Pontiac. Now there's a new CEO, head of Pontiac. He says, yeah, me, Burt Reynolds. He told this story on Johnny Carson. I thought it was Was it Carson? It was on some late night talk show. It was hysterical. He says, so I call and I says, hi, I'm Burt Reynolds, and I want to know why my new Trans Am, I forget what model year it was, hasn't arrived. The guy says, oh, hi, I'm so-and-so. I'm the new head of Pontiac. He says, well, I had a deal with the head of Pontiac at the time that said I would get a brand new Trans Am for life. He says, and he kind of hesitated. He says, well, I think there might be a little misunderstanding here. The head of Pontiac that you dealt with, he died. I'm the new head of Pontiac. And what he meant by that was you would get a new Pontiac Trans Am every year for life. His life. He's dead. You don't get any more. And Burt Reynolds says, even though I was pissed off, it was so funny, I just had to laugh. Anyway. But first I'll get to something very important. Caught on the news this morning that there's a massive manhunt going on in New Jersey for a missing person. He hasn't been seen on YouTube in a while, and there's growing concern due to the fact that recently he was in the hospital in intensive care on life support, and they're asking for the public's help in finding him. They had a number to call. I did my civic duty. I called. I said, listen, you guys might want to look around on the ground. When you find a pile of cigarette butts next to a puddle of puke, follow the trail of cigarette butts and puke, and you'll find him. You'll probably find him wrapped up in a blanket somewhere, surrounded by 80s boom boxes and Hot Wheels cars. So that's the deal. But anyway, I'll tell you, man, this Java 220 LLC is more and more like Sanford every fucking day. Every fucking day I gotta tap this so the light don't go up. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Take a look at those tires. There's a reason why I'm doing this. Sanford likes to at times align himself with, famous racers, engine builders, and to put the perception in his pickle sniffers' heads that, he's in their league, he's one of them, I got a good friend that I'm older than him. I remember when he was born, I've been friends with their family. The Tasker family, Bobby Tasker. No way in hell would I ever even think of trying to align myself with his capability, with his reputation. I'd sound like a total fucking idiot. I'll say, yeah, he's a cool guy. I've known him since the time he was born. I see him on occasion. I went up to a few years back, New England Nationals, when he was there competing. Got to hang out with him for the day. I'm not him, man. I could never be him. But Sanford likes to get people to think, he's famous, I guess Job is doing the same thing now. I heard him talking about his BF Goodrich Radio TA white letter tires that, according to him, BF Goodrich ain't making them no more, so what he has is special, I heard he told somebody, oh yeah, these tires I have are the same ones that Burt Reynolds had on his Trans Ams. Well, after, didn't require a whole lot of effort to do any research on this. Punch up Burt Reynolds Trans Ams and you'll see a picture of every single one. There are countless. As you'll notice, there are no BF Goodrich Radio TA white letter tires on any of them. As a matter of fact, no auto manufacturer ever put BF Goodrich Radial TA white letter tires on any of their cars. A great tire that people put on after BF Goodrich, very good tire manufacturer. I think to this day it's more than safe to say it's the most #1 popular white letter tire that's ever been put on a fucking car. And now in the drag radial era, they're right up there, you know, with the best of them. They have the BF Goodrich Drag TA white lettered. You know, tire manufacturers back in the 60s, you know, the Redline tires came out, you know, Redline tires. You know, Pontiac, a lot of manufacturers had them. That was supposed to be like, you know, like a pre-white lettered look, like a performance tire. It had an image to it, the Redline. They even had a gold line tire. Goodyear for a while had the Wingfoot, a blue line tire, and the Goodyear Wingfoot symbol was also blue that matched the blue stripe, very thin blue stripe. Then the white letter tire era came along, and it was your big three, Goodyear, Firestone, and Uniroyal. Goodyear had their Polyglass GT, cool tires. Firestone had their white lettered wide oval. I never understood why they called it an oval. A tire is not oval, it's round, but they were cool tires. Uniroyal had their Tiger Paws, you know, and that's what they came to with the factory. In fact, Pontiac, the early Trans Ams had the Goodyear Polyglass GTs. And then they evolved into the, if I'm not mistaken, the Uniroyal, no longer saying Tiger Paw. Uniroyal steel belted radial, now it was the radial tire age. No more bias ply tires. So anyway, well, sorry Jabba. You don't have the same tires Burt Reynolds ever had. Same tires no other Pontiac ever had from the factory. Any other manufacturer, for that matter, ever had from the factory. So, you know, I guess you ain't so special after all. So, you know, hope you guys had a great Saturday night last night. What's going on here? What is going on here? I'm annoyed. Anyway, you already saw this. Why is it doing that? That's Burt Reynolds. Trust me. That's a Trans Am. Trust me. Those are not BF Goodrich Radial TA white letter tires. There we go. See? Hey, maybe there really is a God after all. Hope you had a good Saturday night. We did, except I suffered a moment of total humiliation, embarrassment at the hands of Auntie Billy at Knuckleheads with Kenny and the crew and the rest of the old ladies, and in front of the general public. It's not the first time it happened. I admit it. It's happened on a few occasions where she beats me at a game of pool, and then I get what I call the Auntie Billy look. She gets real smug and cocky, attitude, the hand on the hip attitude, the tilted head, sarcastic smile, where it looks like she's smiling and being nice, but I know behind that smile she's saying, fuck you, Brian. You know what I mean? In fact, I even took a couple pictures. So anyway, maybe if I get up the balls, I'll put it up here on the community. I figured, fuck it. I've already been embarrassed by my second family, Kenny, the crew, the old ladies. I was embarrassed in front of the general public at Knuckleheads. Fuck it. Why not be embarrassed here on YouTube, right? 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 God damn it, motherfucker. Why not go all the way because I'm Uncle Brian and finish off my fucking humiliation and shame and disgrace and embarrassment and put up pictures of the Auntie Billy look. Why is it doing? Hey, God, how come you're fucking abandoning me? Oh, you found out I'm not going to church tomorrow and give you money, huh? Hey, sorry, guy, I got my bills to pay. I have my priorities in life, and you are not one of them. So, I guess that's about it. You can help out in this massive manhunt in New Jersey to help find Jabba 220 LLC. Do what you can to help. And you all finish having a great weekend. I'll catch up with you for a happy Monday video tomorrow. And look at, wow, Bert kind of looks like the crypt keeper there, all hunched over and with a cane leaning against the car to stand up. Okay.